ENDREAN never believed life could become so cruel. He was born in a forgotten village surrounded by dusty roads, broken houses, and empty stomachs. Hunger lived inside almost every home there, but poverty followed ENDREAN like a curse. As a young boy, he watched his mother cry silently at night because there was no food. He watched his father grow weak from sickness they could not afford to treat. And slowly, something dangerous began growing inside him. Desperation. Years later, after losing both parents, ENDREAN traveled to Lagos with nothing except one torn bag and dreams of survival. But survival was not easy. He slept under bridges, worked at construction sites, carried cement beneath the burning sun. Yet nothing changed. The city showed him only suffering. Until one rainy night, a strange old man approached him. "You want wealth?" the old man asked calmly. ENDREAN laughed bitterly. "Who doesn't?" The old man smiled slowly. "There are powers that can change your life forever." That night changed everything. At first, ENDREAN refused to believe the terrifying things he was told. But hunger is dangerous. Poverty can make darkness look like hope. Slowly, he became involved in forbidden rituals. At first, money began appearing mysteriously. Small amounts, then bigger amounts. Soon, he moved into expensive hotels, bought cars, opened businesses, and entered circles of powerful men. People who once ignored him suddenly respected him. But every blessing came with a condition. And the conditions became darker each time. Years passed. ENDREAN became one of the richest men in Lagos. People called him chief. Women admired him. Politicians visited his mansion. But peace never entered his heart. Every night, he saw shadows in his dreams. Every night, he heard children crying somewhere in distant darkness. But one spirit tormented him more than the others. His younger sister, Evelyn. Years ago, during the beginning of his desperate search for wealth, ENDREAN betrayed her trust. And ever since that day, her spirit never stopped haunting him. Sometimes he saw her standing silently at the end of his mansion hallway. Sometimes he heard soft crying outside his bedroom door at midnight. Other times, mirrors cracked mysteriously whenever her name was mentioned. Then one evening, the spiritual group controlling his wealth gave him a final instruction. "You must bring a child from your hometown." For the first time in years, fear entered ENDREAN'S heart. "No," he whispered weakly. "Not from my village." The leader stared at him coldly. "Your wealth is dying. Refuse, and everything ends." For weeks, ENDREAN struggled with the decision. He stopped sleeping, stopped eating. He even traveled back to his village hoping to find another way. But darkness already owned him. One afternoon, while driving slowly through the village, he saw her. An innocent little girl carrying a basket of mangoes. She could not have been more than 8 years old. Bright eyes, tiny braids, a gentle smile. Everyone in the village called her Ada. "My little princess," her mother always said proudly. ENDREAN froze the moment he saw her. Something about the child felt strangely familiar. But desperation blinded him. Later that evening, he approached her gently with gifts and sweet words. Ada trusted him immediately. Inside the car, she smiled innocently. "Uncle, are we going far?" ENDREAN looked away silently. As the journey continued, the little girl suddenly became quiet. Then softly, she asked, "Why are you crying, Uncle?" ENDREAN touched his face. Tears were rolling down without him noticing. Ada held his hand gently. "My parents will be very sad if I don't come back." Her innocent voice pierced his heart. "I'm their only child." For a moment, ENDREAN almost stopped the car. Almost. But greed had already poisoned his soul. Then suddenly, the little girl looked directly into his eyes. And her voice changed. Calm. Strange. Powerful. "You don't remember me, do you?" Fear entered ENDREAN instantly. "What are you talking about?" Ada smiled sadly. "In your past life, you abandoned someone who loved you deeply." The air inside the car became cold. "You chose greed over blood." ENDREAN'S hands trembled on the steering wheel. "And now darkness has brought you back to the same road." Thunder roared across the sky. "You still have a chance to turn back," Ada whispered. "If you take me home now, your life can still be saved." Suddenly, the temperature inside the car dropped completely. The windows began shaking violently. Then another voice echoed softly from the back seat. A familiar voice. ENDREAN froze instantly. Slowly, he looked into the rear mirror. And his blood turned cold. Evelyn sat quietly in the back seat wearing the same clothes she wore the night she died. Her eyes were filled with tears. "Brother," she whispered painfully. ENDREAN'S breathing became heavy. No. Evelyn cried softly. If you dare use this little girl to silence my spirit like the priest told you. Tears rolled down her face. Then every attempt to build a happy home will become suffering. The car lights flickered wildly. You will have wealth, Evelyn continued sadly. You will have mansions, cars, power, and influence. Her voice suddenly became colder. But you will never have peace. ENDREAN trembled violently. You will never keep a family. You will never know happiness. Every child you love will bring you pain. And darkness will follow your bloodline forever. The little girl beside him remained silent, almost like she already knew everything. Evelyn's spirit stared directly into ENDREAN'S soul. You still have time to stop. For the first time in many years, ENDREAN became afraid of himself. The child beside him no longer looked ordinary. It felt as if heaven itself was speaking through her. But the voices of greed screamed louder inside his mind. Wealth, power, fear of losing everything. And sadly, he kept driving forward. Tears rolled endlessly down his face as he approached the ritualist's hidden shrine deep inside the forest. The priest smiled immediately after seeing the child. You have done well. Ada looked up at ENDREAN one final time. Fear filled her innocent eyes. Please, uncle. She whispered softly. I want to go home. ENDREAN broke down inside, but darkness had already consumed him. Slowly, he turned away from the child. And at that moment, Evelyn's spirit screamed through the night wind. After that terrible night, something inside ENDREAN changed. After that terrible night, something inside ENDREAN changed. The voices became quieter. The shadows disappeared. Money flowed endlessly into his life. Businesses multiplied. Contracts came easily. Soon, ENDREAN became richer than ever before. He built mansions, opened companies, helped his village, took care of relatives. To the world, he was a successful businessman with a generous heart. But deep inside, darkness still followed him silently. Then one day, ENDREAN decided it was time to build a family. He wanted peace, love, children, the kind of happiness poverty once stole from him. And that was when he met Angela. Angela was everything he had ever dreamed of. Beautiful, calm, soft-spoken, highly educated, intelligent. The moment ENDREAN met her, his heart softened. For the first time in years, he felt human again. Angela accepted him slowly. Their relationship became the talk of Lagos society. After 8 beautiful months together, ENDREAN proposed. Angela cried with happiness and accepted immediately. Their traditional marriage was colorful and grand. Their church wedding looked like something from a royal movie. For the first time in his life, ENDREAN truly believed he had escaped his dark past. But heaven had not forgotten. Years passed. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years. Still no child. Doctors found nothing medically wrong. Yet pregnancy never came. Angela became frustrated and emotionally exhausted. Then one evening, she began serious prayers and fasting. That was when the dreams started. Inside a dark hallway surrounded by candles, Angela saw 2 figures. A sorrowful young woman, and a little girl holding a doll. My name is Evelyn, the woman whispered. And I'm Ada, the little girl said softly. The dreams returned every 7 days. Again, and again, until fear consumed Angela completely. Then one night, the message became clearer. You can have a child, Ada whispered gently. Hope entered Angela's eyes. But one life must pay for another. Angela froze in horror. The child will live, Evelyn said sadly. But you may not survive. Fear entered the marriage immediately. Eventually, because of the terrible dreams, Angela and ENDREAN agreed to use a surrogate. Months later, the surrogate became pregnant successfully. And finally, a beautiful baby girl was born. ENDREAN held the child in trembling hands while tears rolled freely down his face. My little princess, he whispered emotionally. They named her Kioma. For the first time in years, the billionaire mansion became joyful again. But exactly 1 week after bringing Kioma home, the spirits returned one final time. In 8 months, Evelyn whispered sadly, this child will become motherless. ENDREAN fell to his knees crying. Take my life instead. But Ada shook her head slowly. Every choice has a price. Days later, Angela disappeared with baby Kioma. For months, ENDREAN searched desperately across cities and villages. Then during the 7th month, an unknown number called him. Come to Port Harcourt General Hospital. He rushed there immediately. Angela lay weak and dying on a hospital bed surrounded by her family. Her mother silently handed baby Kioma to Endrine. Angela's father looked at him with hatred. You destroyed our daughter. Angela's family revealed they had discovered the truth about his dark past. And spiritually, they believed Kioma carried a curse she never created. Angela died shortly afterward, and after her burial, her family completely cut ties with Endrine and the child. From that moment onward, Endrine raised Kioma alone. With the help of an elderly cook named Mama Rose, he protected and cared for her with everything he had. Kioma grew into a beautiful, intelligent, and kind young girl. She completed high school successfully and later gained admission into a university in Port Harcourt. Endrine wanted her to study abroad, but Kioma refused. I want to stay close to you, Dad, she said lovingly. As years passed, Mama Rose eventually retired. Before leaving, she hugged Kioma tightly. Be careful in this house, my child, she whispered sadly. Then one evening during dinner, Kioma smiled playfully at her father. You shouldn't remain alone forever, Dad. Endrine looked up quietly. I want younger siblings, she added jokingly. For a brief second, Evelyn's warning echoed inside his mind again. You will never keep a happy home. But seeing Kioma happy softened his fear. Months later, Endrine met Anita. Anita was stunningly beautiful, elegant, young, charming, and surprisingly, she treated Kioma with kindness immediately. Kioma liked her, quickly. They laughed together, cooked together, shopped together, and slowly, the billionaire mansion became lively once again. Soon, Endrine married Anita. The wedding became one of the biggest events in Lagos society. Guests admired the beautiful family. Kioma looked fulfilled, and for the first time in years, Endrine almost believed life was finally healing. But deep inside, he carried a terrible secret nobody knew. Not Anita, not Kioma, nobody. He remembered every word Evelyn spoke inside that dark dream years ago. He knew spiritually that happiness around him always came with pain. He knew he might never truly keep a complete family. And worst of all, he secretly feared having more children. Because deep inside his soul, he believed the curse was still alive. So whenever Anita spoke lovingly about having children together, Endrine always changed the conversation quietly. Because the billionaire mansion was built on secrets. And some secrets never truly die.